Imagine everything we thought we knew about when people first arrived on Kodiak Island, turning out to be just the tip of the iceberg. Recent archaeological discoveries are rewriting the story, uncovering evidence that humans set foot on Alaska's Kodiak Island an astonishing 7,800 years ago. But here's where it gets especially intriguing. These findings not only push back the timeline for human activity in this breathtaking region, but also hint at vibrant early cultures most people never imagined. The revelations come from researchers at the Alutiiq Museum, who unearthed ancient charcoal remnants and primitive stone tools in the island's interior, near the remote shores of Karluk Lake. Among their most exciting finds was a humble fire pit, a ring of stones that once surrounded dancing flames. Through advanced radiocarbon dating, experts determined the charcoal leftovers were about 7,800 years old, making this the single oldest evidence of human presence ever recorded on Kodiak Island. In fact, this site predates all earlier known settlements in the archipelago by approximately 300 years, a significant leap in understanding the area's ancient timeline. Dr. Molly Odell, head of archaeology at the Alutiiq Museum, stressed just how groundbreaking this moment is for the Pacific Northwest. She explained that while the charcoal didn't come from a grand structure or house, even a modest fireplace points unambiguously to people living, working, and gathering in the region during that time. Think about it. A simple stone hearth is now a window into human life nearly 8 millennia ago. But that's not all. Among the findings were several stone tools, carefully shaped blades and implements that closely mirror those discovered at other historic Alutiiq locations from the same era, around 7,000 to 7,500 years ago. Remarkably, almost identical tools have turned up not just on Kodiak, but also across the Alaska Peninsula and the lower Kenai Peninsula. This overlap hints at flourishing cultural connections across what we now call the broader Alutiiq cultural area. And this is the part most people miss. Just because there's no evidence of permanent houses at this site doesn't mean these early residents were mere wanderers. Instead, it suggests a more dynamic and flexible way of life, centered around gathering, tool-making, and communal activity, much like nomadic or semi-nomadic groups today. It's meaningful to uncover the places where people came together, crafted tools, and shared time, Odell noted, reflecting on what everyday life might have looked like for these ancient islanders. Even the site's location tells an important story. It sits far from the modern coast, deep in the island's interior. And here's the controversial twist. Odell believes that countless other ancient coastal sites might have been erased by relentless tides and storm-driven erosion over millennia. If so, is it possible that Kodiak's entire shoreline was once dotted with similar, now-lost settlements? Inland finds like this one now offer a rare and vital perspective, helping researchers reconstruct how people adapted to both coastal and forested environments. Just as importantly, these discoveries challenge the view that early Alutiiq culture was fleeting or primitive. Instead, the evidence points toward a rich legacy of nearly 8,000 years of cultural continuity, suggesting that ancient traditions, skills, and ways of living endured across dozens of centuries in the Kodiak region. The Alutiiq Museum isn't letting this new knowledge gather dust. Staff have already announced plans to update their exhibits, educational materials, and historical interpretations to help visitors grasp this newly expanded timeline. Future visitors will see a much deeper and more nuanced history of Kodiak's first peoples, emphasizing the depth and resilience of human culture in the Alaskan wilds. Now here's a question to stir the pot. Do you think we're only beginning to scratch the surface of humanity's history in Alaska, or could even older secrets still be hidden beneath the earth? And what does the apparent loss of coastal sites mean for piecing together the full puzzle of human migrations? Do you agree that a simple hearth can speak volumes, or are we reading too much into scattered stones and ancient ash? Jump into the comments below. Let's debate what these revelations truly mean for understanding our shared past.